affordable housing program is something that is supported by everybody, by all of us. All of us want to have homes, but how is it supposed to be implemented? Workers are not supposed to be used as a milking cow to get money for purported government programs. Look here, the employers have gone and they have said they don't want to pay, and they have agreed with the government secretly, and they have signed an agreement that they will not contribute. But for you as a worker, no one is there to defend you. When we defend, like myself, I've come so strongly. You know what they are doing? Oh, we want to create another union for the nurses so that we kill Panyako. Government has refused to think. It is thinking of how to ruin Panyako. You can ruin me. I can go anywhere in this world and I'll survive. I have been in the union only 10 years and I've lived more than 40 years. So you see, I've lived about 50 years now. So that's not something that is going to resolve the resolve of the workers to defend their rights and say no to housing levy, no to NHI, to NHIF increases. Why are we supporting NSSF? We're not crying much about NSSF because NSSF, ideally, we have other companies that do not have any retirement program for their workers. Okay. Even some of the trade unions, we have employees and we do not have programs for retirement packages. Though my union has it. We are members of LAP Fund. So we feel like it's extremely important for those workers to force those employers who do not have a retirement scheme for the employees to have something to retire and go home. That's why we're not fighting NSSF. It's a good thing. And for those who are in LAP Fund and those who are in public servants pension scheme, they are not being deducted tier 2 and above. So that one is an issue resolved and we are supporting it as workers. But NHIF, NSSF, we have already 4,000 shillings have been taken from our pay slips. Mortgage has gone. We had car loan, it has gone. Now instead of them telling us where the money went, they are telling us now they want us to start to deduct 3% so that those who don't have houses can get houses. When Hinga was asked, how will I get that house? He said, you'll do a lottery. You do a lottery. And if you don't get it, and if you get the lottery, you will pay the house at market rate. Because even affordable houses is being done at market rate.
Seth, is it the first time that you've heard of these measures?
No.
Are you saying that during the campaigns, as you were designing your campaign, because you say you were there in the design of the Kenya Kwanza political campaign, as you're designing the campaign, as you're going in your own home constituency and selling this manifesto, you had no idea at all how housing was going to be funded. You had no idea at all what kind of taxes the Kenya Kwanza administration would bring or what kind of taxes the Kenya Kwanza administration would remove, that you were actually caught by surprise when the finance bill was published. Is that what you're saying?
I'm a stranger to this government. I don't believe it's a government we put in place because what it is doing is contrary, completely different from what we expected from it. You saw the president was in Namanga. He was in Kakamega. And he was saying, hii mambo ya kuongeza mafuta kila siku hawajui vile inaharibu uchumi wa Kenya. We will remove that 8%. Now he's telling us he's going to increase the 8% to 16%. You know, what kind of, do you think I can tell, if elections were to be held today, government imevunjwa leo, tunasema turudi kutafuta kura, what will I tell my people? What will I tell them? There is no hustler anymore. Which hustler? Hustler is being milked. Center, left, right. If you're not careful, we are headed where we are going to have tax collectors who will move in every village and look for house girls and shamba boys. If they are not paid tax, they are arrested. Because from the way, now you see chamas, these things for kina mamas, chama, merry-go-round, now the chamas are going to be taxed.
Actually, Bwana Panyako, you live long enough to know that in the Moi era, harambes were enforced.
Yes, those
people would go to villages. People like my grandmother, if you didn't have money, they would take your chicken.
Yes.
You were going to contribute to that harambe. It was not as though you participated in it.
It was forced.
And there are people who ensured that you participated in it. So, but back to this issue. You cannot say you are not a politician because you are a union leader. Union leaders are politicians.
I have not said I'm not a politician.
Yes. No, I have said you cannot say. I did not say you have said.